Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. I'm so sorry about my hair. I'm so sorry about my hair. I'm so sorry it looks this way. I'm so sorry. No, I was just thinking that, listen, you can for sure tell me my hair looks the same as it always does, bestie, but I was looking at it before I got ready because I took a shower last night and didn't do anything to it this morning because I know after I get done filming this, I'm gonna go work out, so who the fuck cares what my hair looks like? And then I was just like, once again, you know, this is the parts of me that have so much empathy and understanding for Amberlynn, because I looked at myself in the viewfinder and I was like, oh god, jump scare, jump scare. But you get what you get and you don't throw a fit, and I'm also mostly just joking. I'm just joshing y'all. Actually, Josh is like my alter ego. Sometimes when I get sassy on Twitch, people are like, oh, there's Josh. There's Josh with the sassiness coming out. Anyways, what the fuck am I talking about? Well, Amberlynn is back again with her series finale. Calling a 100 question Q&A a series is just still so... It's so Amberlynn, actually. It's so Amberlynn. But yeah, part 4 of the 100 question Q&A is finally here, and we can finally, on Thursday, move on to some other kind of content. Cross your fingers that she didn't just stop everything after this. Cross your motherfucking fingers. Although, you know, the gag is that while she had all of these Q&A stuff preloaded, that's also during the same time that she was like fighting for her life in Jordy's live stream, fighting for her life on the community tab. So I feel like whatever pre-recorded content she has coming up for us is really truly just going to be more lecturing, more scolding, reaction channels. I mean, the title of this Q&A also has reaction channels in it. So she's just really not beating any of the allegations that she's all of our #1 fans. Like, she's my #1 fan, she's Jordy's #1 fan, Alex's, the Ankles, Mr. Snowflake. I would say Karina, but she said she doesn't like Karina, so fuck if I know. She says she hasn't watched Karina since the Beck live stream era, so what do I fucking know? I guess Karina's the only one that she isn't allowed to be a fan of. I really don't know. Anyways, today's video, wait, let me just put a little chapstick on. I gotta prep these lips for some yapping today. And this is in the brand Solana. I don't even know. I got it at a little shop when I was visiting Providence, Rhode Island, and I can't even remember the name of the shop, but it's supposed to be tangerine lip butter. Nothing about it really gives tangerine, to be honest with you. If I'm just being honest. My friend got one that I think was like lychee, and it also wasn't really giving any lychee, but it feels great on the lips, and maybe that's what's most important. Anyways, the title of Amberlynn's video today is called Opening Up About My Relationship with Tommy, Foster Care, and the Tea on Reaction Channels. Bar! Part 4. Part 4. Let's go. It's finally over. You know, I would be so upset if on Thursday she was like, you know what? Just kidding. Here's one more part. Here's one more Q&A video. The thing about Q&A videos is it's usually like a one and done. Like, she does it and then we don't get another one for like a month and I can breathe. So having 4 in a row has been a lot, but it's fine. It's fine. Let me shut the fuck up and let's just get to, shall we?
Hey guys.
Hi.
Video. So this is the final part in the 4-part series.
Let's go.
You asked me 100 questions and I answered 25 in each video. So things kind of got heated. I'm not gonna lie. Part 4, like, who knows what's gonna happen. So
things got heated. Okay, well, the most heated they got in part 3 was you trying to be sassy to Jordy while just looking like a complete hypocrite doofus. Okay? The girly pop who only just recently no longer needed her mom to call out bingo for her at the fucking bingo hall is sitting here trying to shit on Jordy for allegedly living in his mom's basement. Like, please be so fucking serious, Diva. Please. So when she says it got heated, that was that. Otherwise, it was her answering questions like, do you believe that lesbian non-binary people exist? It was, what was your Animal Crossing era like? Like, oh, so heated, so juicy. Please be serious, Amberlynn.
As a disclaimer, I just feel like I need to say this because I don't know if you guys have seen the other three parts. If you haven't, you definitely should. The reason why I'm doing this is because for the next 10 days, I am going to be kind of busy and I'm not really going to have time to edit, but I am...
On that note, some of you have pointed this out in my comments, but I just want to reiterate it because I don't think I've commented on it, but it really, like, I appreciate the effort she's putting in to make it look like she filmed this at different times by switching out the shirt, but like the shirt is literally the only thing that changes about any of these videos. Like, her hair is styled the same, she's seemingly wearing the same earrings, the same choker, she literally just, and that's fine, there's nothing wrong with it, but I do love that she's putting in the effort to make it look like she filmed this at separate days, separate occasions, whoever, whatever.
I'm going to be filming, so don't worry about that. And I wanted to keep my promise and upload every other day for you guys.
Thank you so much for that.
So in order to do that, sometimes I have to pre-film. So, let's get into it.
Not sometimes, always. The only way you've ever been successful at, like, sticking to a schedule is pre-filming. And that's okay, Diva.
Is the update on the BPD therapist for you. So, I was going to see a BPD therapist when I was in Wisconsin, but they were located in Wisconsin. And I was a dumb, wasn't thinking at the time, and I do not live in Wisconsin.
See, if this ain't some fucking bullshit, there's so many things about this that I have questions about. So, like, one, first of all, you're not dumb. First of all, Amberlynn, you are many things, but I don't think that the reason you didn't follow through with this is because you just didn't think about how you're not actually located or like living in Wisconsin. What I really think, well, my questions then are like, I don't know. It makes me think that you thought at one point you were going to stay in Wisconsin longer than what you did, because why would you sign up for that then? Maybe you are dumb. I don't know. I feel like I'm talking myself in circles about this now, but this is just stupid. Why would you sign up? There's gotta be more to that story. There's gotta be. You can't be that dumb. Miss Plannerlyn over here loves to plan, knew that she was gonna be there for a long time, but not forever, decided that she was gonna sign up to see a therapist in Wisconsin, even though you don't live there and you weren't gonna allegedly live there long term. There's more to that story, Diva. I'm sorry, I'm not buying this. I'm really not.
I live in Oklahoma, so now I have to re-find someone. That's literally the
Excuses. Motherfucking excuses. Also, at this point, Diva, you've been back in Oklahoma for how long? A month and a half at least, probably? Maybe just a month? I don't know. I don't know what time or what day she actually came back to Oklahoma, but like, where are we at on that? The only update you can give is that you're not going to the one that was located in Wisconsin? How about give us an update on what you've done to find one in Oklahoma? Let's get to. Like, for real. Like, let's get going, girl. Let's get to it.
You consider doing daily weigh-ins for YouTube again? I don't think that I'll ever do daily weigh-ins on YouTube again, but for myself, yes. Will I give you guys weigh-ins eventually once I start semaglutide? Yes. Am I nervous? Yes. But is it going to happen? It is. I'm not sure how frequent I'm going to do these weigh-ins, but they're definitely going to be.
Sure.
When was the last time you spoke to your brothers?
Do you think she started semaglutide? Probably, right? Like, during this really busy 10 days of her life, she certainly, like, has started it, surely. Yeah? I would guess so. Maybe that's what she'll come back with. Like, I started semaglutide, here's my first weigh-in.
Dad. So I don't speak to my dad by choice. I love him dearly and that comes unconditional, but I do get updates on him because I do worry about him. But the last time I talked to him was probably like a year and a half ago. One of my brothers, I messaged just like a week ago, and the other one was probably like 2 weeks ago.
Girl, if you don't shut the fuck up about Tommy, you're at work right now, diva. You're at fucking work. You're sitting down to film a video. Not that I've never taken a call or a text, but like, you're purposely letting her just call you while you're on here because you don't want us to forget about your emotional support feeder.
Please call me. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. So yeah, the last time I spoke to my dad was a year and a half ago, and brothers was like 2 weeks. How tall are you? So I'm 5'3", and every single time I meet a subscriber, okay, I'm not gonna say every single time. See, me and absolutes, we just like are best friends or something.
You and absolutes, and also forgetting that you're not trying to speak in absolutes, like when you're saying like, oh, everybody forgave Nikki and Gabby. Girl, the lie detector proved that was a lie. There were so many people in my comments that were like, actually, I keep up with Nikki and Gabby, and there are plenty of people who are upset, and if you just do a simple search of Nikki and Gabby on, like, Reddit or YouTube, there are people who are commenting on it and making commentary videos and things like that about it. I didn't fact-check any of that. I just trust the people in my comments to say that there do exist people that take issue with Nikki and Gabby lying. But yeah, homegirl loves an absolute and only likes to catch herself in an absolute or speaking in an absolute in situations like this where it doesn't really fucking matter.
A lot of the time when I meet subscribers, people are like, oh my god, like you are so much shorter than I thought you were. For some reason, a lot of people online think I'm like 5'7", 5'8". No, I say I'm 5'3", but I'm like 5'2.5". What is
the internet is deceitful, y'all. People all the time are like, Zachary, Marie, you're so tall. Anytime I post a photo on Instagram with other people, people are like, Zachary, Marie, you're so tall. I'm 6'2". One of the problems is that for a long time I dated a poor person who was much shorter than me. So I think like it was really obvious every time that I posted a picture of us together that I was just a very tall king. But I do love a short king. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I really like all kinds of things, but a short king is, I do love it. I do.
Something you want to do on your YouTube channel that you haven't done before. So I thought of this idea because of all the fan art that you guys have been sending me, like the whole time I've been on YouTube. But then like me finally showing it to my audience was so fun that I thought of an idea. I kind of want to have like a little contest where people are competing. I'm the judge, and there will be a cash prize. So I haven't really gone into like the logistics of it all.
Ooh, it's been a while. It's been a while since she tried to give out prizes to people. She used to do a giveaway every once in a while, and I think every time that it ever happened, there was controversy around if the person actually got the prize they were supposed to get. So I'm kind of shook that she would even want to do that again, really, to be honest with you. Like, one time I think that she was supposed to, like, mail a gift card or something to somebody, and it was real dramatic, like... but also, on top of that, you just know that people are going to troll the hell out of her. What is she going to do when she picks Oh Lordy It's Jordy's AI-generated art as the winner, and she has to give Jordy $100 or something like that? Like, very, very, very silly.
And all that, but it's an idea that I'm having, and I really think it would be fun to do in 2025. So I'm just putting that out there, that there might be a little competition starting.
Oh!
Obviously, I will definitely keep you guys updated.
Oh, thank God.
You've faced a lot of hate online over the years. Do you ever feel like you deserved some of it, or is there a part of you that feels completely misunderstood? I do not think I have done anything that deserves downright hatred. Criticism? Yes. Critique? Yes. Opinions? Yes. Go for it all day. Stalking? No. Harassment? No.
Well,
Bullying?
sure.
No. Hate? No. Do I feel misunderstood? Yes. all of the time.
All right,
because I will
Lynn.
literally say something, do something that has one meaning and one explanation, but somehow once it's put on YouTube and everyone watches it and the reaction channels and everyone comments on it, and it becomes something completely different. And I'm like, what just happened? That's like a big misunderstanding. So yes, I do feel misunderstood. And I know that's like a cliche thing that people say, but like I genuinely deep down don't feel like people understand me.
It's tough because, like, I think she is sometimes misunderstood, and I know that's not, like, a popular opinion. I certainly think there are times where people run with speculation that is just wildly untrue, and yet it still remains the fact that so much of the time she is doing stuff that is, like, questionable, worthy of criticism. And she gets so bogged down with the stuff that is just, like, fluff and nonsense that, like, she just writes away everything that way. She just writes it all off. It's just like, the haters just don't like me. The haters want to see me fail. The haters. And I don't know how to help her with that, honestly. What I would like to say is that, like, to some extent, you have to, like, learn how to switch some part of your brain off to just not care. And it's hard, I'll tell you that. Like, you think I haven't seen some just, like, wild nonsense and theories about me out on the internet during my, like, 8 years of doing YouTube? It certainly happened, and it is really hard to just turn your brain off. And it's clear that in the 4-part series of answering all of these questions, she is unable to turn her brain off when it comes to giving attention to the haters, the reaction channels, the whoever, the whatever.
Exactly is your foster care timeline, because we are all so confused. So it does sound confusing because I was in foster care from the ages of 8.
I honestly, here's the thing about her foster care experience. Like, I think she's welcome to tell whatever she wants about it. Like, I think being in the foster care system, really difficult, etc. But she's also said time and time again that it's not something that she enjoys talking about. And then I think every time she does talk about it, she, like, is vague about it because she doesn't want to say a whole lot about it because it's a lot of, I'm sure, like, trauma or just, like, bad experiences, etc. But then because she's vague about it and because she only talks about it every once in a while, I think people are like, well, let me try to fill in the gaps of things that she didn't say. And so I think that's why people are confused. I don't know. I personally have not tried to do too much, like, internet detective stuff around her foster story because, like, in all reality, all of that is stuff that happened before she ever got onto YouTube. And I prefer to try to stay to just, like, what's happening on YouTube, what has happened on YouTube, what's documented on YouTube. So I don't know. I'm not necessarily interested in this part of her lore as much as some people are. I understand why people are. And I also understand, like, why people could maybe really potentially relate to it. Like, I'm sure there's lots of people out there who have been in the foster system, or, like, adjacent to the foster system who might like to learn more about her experience. But I think she should probably just stick to her own gut here, for lack of a better word, when it comes to, like, keeping that stuff to herself. But instead, she's gonna go on and answer it right here. So we'll just give it a listen. We'll just give it a listen.
To 18. I was ward of the state, and I know you guys hear me talk a lot about, well, when I was younger, my parents, my dad, my this, my that, my grandma. And then you guys go, but wait a minute, I thought you were in foster care. So let me explain. So I was 8 years old when I was first taken from my parents. Mm-hmm. That is when I became ward of the state. In and out of foster homes, shelters, and group homes. I was 13 years old when they made the decision, okay, we're going to give your parents a chance. It's going to be considered a trial. You're going to live with them. You're still going to be ward of the state, but you're going to live with them and see how they do as parents. That lasted a year and a half. I was then taken again out of my parents' home at 15 and put back and forth, bouncing around. So from 8 to 18, I lived with my parents for a year and a half of that time. But during all this other time of when
The nails. The nails. I actually, you know what? I need old Tommy Salami to come pay a visit. Or her to go pay a visit to old Tommy Salami so we can get rid of the click-clack of the artificial nails. I'm over it. I really am.
And I was in foster homes, group homes, shelters. I was allowed visitation. Visitation always changed depending on my age, how my parents was doing, where I was living. Sometimes we were only able to be in like this tiny little room with supervision. Then as I got a little older, all of a sudden my dad was allowed to pick me up. My mom was allowed to pick me up. They were allowed to take me for the day, or they could take me for a couple hours. Like, it was always different. But for the most important times of my life, the first 8 years, I was in a brutal home. Brutal. And then at 8, for a decade, I never knew safety. I never knew home. I was always with strangers, shelters, group homes. I never even knew that actually while living with my parents. I never knew safety. I never knew warmth. Like, those years are detrimental to a human. And the trauma of my childhood and my teenage years, like, it broke me. I was broke due to someone else's fault. Having to fix something I didn't break hurts.
Sure.
Wow, that kind of went.
have you fixed it? The only thing I have to say is just like, all of these things I think would be probably great to unpack or continue unpacking, because I would guess she probably, when she was doing the weight loss surgery therapy, I would guess that that's probably a lot about what she talked. That's a lot. She probably talked about that a lot with that particular therapist. You know, she talked on camera about how she unpacked some stuff that she had never really spent time unpacking before. But I think, like, it's clear that she could still benefit from working on some of that, you know?
Somewhere else. It's hard for me to talk about my foster care experience because, like, it is so painful and real.
Sure.
Like, it's the realest thing that's, like, ever happened to me. But it's touchable to you guys.
Touchable?
And the best way for me to explain that
what,
is, like,
what does that mean? Wait, what do you mean it's touchable for me? Like, I do not I mean, she did say the best way for me to explain that, so maybe she'll explain.
I know there's a lot of you who are watching and care about me and love me, so this isn't directed towards you. There's a big portion of people who watch me who really strongly dislike me and twist everything that I say and call me a liar, etc., etc. I'm afraid for those people to touch that, to touch my foster care experience, because it's something that has transformed my whole life.
And bestie, Sister Sue, this is why before you even started the story, I said, and maybe that's why you keep that to yourself, you know? Like, maybe that's why you hold on to that outside of YouTube. Just because people are asking about it doesn't mean you have to answer questions about it. Like, protect your peace. Like, honestly, truly, protect your peace, diva. Like, I get what she means now, I guess, when she says touchable. I also love that she's like, I'm not talking to everybody. Way to work on those absolutes. Love that. But also, like, maybe this is just something you don't talk about on the internet. If you're in a place of that level of fragility, that if somebody on the internet questions it, which is valid if you are in that place, but if you're in that place, maybe don't make it accessible to people to fuck with. Like, that's just like 100% my advice. That's just, you know, if you're not prepared for people to say something about the internet, you got to protect your own peace, because nobody else on the internet is going to protect it for you.
Even as a 34-year-old woman, I don't want the haters to touch that.
Well, then don't let them.
To twist that, to turn it into something that it's not. And I think that's why, like, I always just in passing mention foster care. I've never, ever gone into detail of what my life...
I don't know when she started doing this, ever. Or, like, she puts that energy into a lot of words lately. I don't know when she started that, but it always catches me off guard.
Was like, truly as a child in foster care or out of foster care, like, I've never gone into detail. I've done, like, in passing communications about it, but nothing true and deep, because I'm afraid. I am. Were you high filming the pizza and Doritos viral video? Yes, I had smoked a lot of Delta 8.
Smoke weed every day. Look at you, girl. Look at you. Getting high and filming feeder-adjacent content for Tommy Salami.
Before that clip. Is there anything...
She was so proud of herself, too. Wait, listen to that again. Like, listen to the tone in her voice. She's so proud of being high when she filmed her viral video.
I am. Were you high filming the pizza and Doritos viral video? Yes, I had smoked a lot of Delta 8 before that clip.
Is
there anything that...
The little smirk on her face. She's so proud of herself. I guess she needs to just continue filming while high on Delta 8, and then we'll get to see the real her, the genuine her. That's just her. She was so proud of that clip because it was just her being her being funny. That's how she always is. Let's get a little Delta 8 in your system and answer these questions. Maybe we'll have some more interesting content.
Keeping from us? Of course, every single YouTuber is keeping something from you, I promise. What state did you grow up in? Because you remind me of the girls I met in California, especially in the way that you talk.
Every single YouTuber is keeping something from you all. Every single one. Well, that's probably because some people are, like, not filming their life as a part of YouTube, you know? Like, very rarely do I film my life for YouTube. You know, there are channels that are not centered around, like, vlogging. I think sometimes Amberlynn, like she has come at reaction channels being like, well, y'all don't film your lives. Exactly. Exactly. Like, Amberlynn has in her head that there's one way to be a YouTuber, and it's to, like, vlog and share parts of your life. So I do think, like, the expectations for different YouTubers are sometimes different, right? Based on what kind of content they make. And so certainly I would understand why people might be upset if there are things that Amberlynn is keeping from them. I also, like I just pointed out moments ago, don't feel like she has to share everything. Like, I think that's really silly too. Like, I do think there is, like, you know, boundaries and lines to even social media influencers and daily vloggers and things like that where, like, yeah, you still get to decide what you put onto the internet and what you don't, for sure. But it's just always so fascinating that she, like, again, she's speaking in absolutes when it comes to comparing herself to other YouTubers. She's like, y'all can't get mad at me for keeping stuff from you because all YouTubers keep stuff from you. Like, just speak from your heart. Like, speak about your own experiences. I don't need to hear about them in comparison to everybody else on YouTube because you're not everybody else on YouTube.
Well, you hit the nail on the head because I actually grew up in California. And since that's the time where you're, like, growing and you're learning everything, I still have so much California in me. Mm-hmm. I left California when I was 18.
Is it in your skin? Are you touching? Are you so close that you're in California's skin? I still can't get over her saying that that's how, like, much physical touch she wants to have with her partner so that she's, like, physically in their skin. Ugh!
And it's like, since then, I have lived in so many different places, and I have learned and experienced different things and different accents and this and that. I'm very much the type of person.
She's such a world traveler. She's so cultured.
Sometimes, like, mimic accents. And I know a lot of people can do that, and it is very much a thing that people do, even without even realizing it. But one accent has always stuck with me, and that's obviously where I was raised. California. Because
obviously.
That's truly what's in my heart, and I miss it there so much. Like, California is everything to me.
Does
the hate online towards Tommy reflect your relationship at all? It did in the beginning, and we almost, like, indefinitely broke up. Like, it was almost over for real. It was
not almost. You did break up. You posted a video about how it was over, Diva. Let's not rewrite history. You did break up. It happened.
It was sad. It was vicious. Like, I felt horrific, like, genuinely, for her and for myself.
Also, she's saying she felt horrific. Mind you, she had known Tommy for, what, all of a month, maybe at that point? A few weeks? A handful of weeks at that point? Okay, alright, okay.
She had never, ever experienced something like that, and her mental health got so bad, it genuinely worried me. But we chose love. And we chose happiness.
What about love? I never mention love. The timing's bad, I know. But perhaps if I made it more clear that you belong right here, you wouldn't have to go. Don't you know that I'm so much in love? Oh my god, that's my favorite musical of all time, Legally Blonde, the musical. But it's just like, we chose love. After 1 month of being together, we chose love. Love is what we chose. Love was chosen. It's just like, I don't know. You know, I have been so kind in all of her breakups and her moving on so quickly. And I still would like to grant her that kindness, and like, I don't think that, like, love has a timeline or, like, moving on has a timeline by any means. But Tommy is, like, the 4th partner in a row that she moved on in, like, less than a month. This woman has no concept of what love means. And now that I've also experienced, like, real, genuine heartbreak, sadness over ending a relationship and stuff like that, it's just like, girl, I don't have any idea how you can say that you went through something so horrific after knowing somebody for a few weeks, that you broke up, but then you chose love. like your relationship with Tommy Salami is built on such wobbly, unstable foundation. Like, even just that alone, if you don't consider the fact that, like, you know, we know that Tommy moved on to Amberlynn 3 months after her partner passed away, if you know that Tommy Salami's a feeder and engages in feeder, like, content and feeder fetish websites and things like that, outside of all of that, you're telling me after 3 weeks of being together, after such a short amount of time, you both were under the most unstable mental health conditions you've been in a while, but you still somehow pushed through it because love. Because love. Like, it just sounds so silly. Like, if you just told somebody about that, like, outside of the context of Amberlynn, like, if this was anybody else, which, like, maybe we shouldn't compare, maybe we should just say it in the context of Amberlynn, it just sounds goofy. It just sounds so goofy.
And we do that every single day, minus how many people want to tear us apart. What is something you're currently looking forward to? Tommy's actually coming to visit me.
I figured.
I'm so freaking excited. You have no idea.
That's what she's been busy with for 10 days. The Fingerlyn is going to town. Fingerlyn is getting work done.
Are you going to get your pets microchipped? Like, I never in a million years thought something would happen to my babies like that. Like, I genuinely did.
Right.
Like, it feels like a freak accident. But I suck. Accidents happen, and I should have had the microchip sooner.
Absolutely.
Yes, I am. What kind of nutrition?
Okay, all right. Let's get to. Yeah, you should. That's the whole point of getting pets microchipped, is because accidents do happen. You never know what might happen, and the accident did happen and you weren't prepared.
Are you seen? An RDN, which stands for a registered dietitian nutritionist. Why won't you confirm or deny anything Alexis said about you and Feline? Because I told Feline that I was not going to talk about her. Yes, I'll say things in passing like this, but I am not going to sit here.
I told Feline I'm not going to talk about her, except right now, and except many other moments and situations where I did, in fact, talk about Feline.
Talk about our relationship, talk about her as a person. I'm not going to say anything, even if that makes me look horrifically bad. Why do you think people glorify and accept reality TV stars or other YouTubers for doing the same exact things that you do, yet you get so much hate and judgment for these?
Not this again. Have we not addressed some form of this question in every fucking video thus far? Is this not like the 4th time you've answered this question in this 4-part series? Like, why are we doing this again? It's exactly the same as the Nikki and Gabby question. It's exactly the same as the Trisha Paytas question. How could you possibly say something different at this point? How could we?
Exact same things. I feel like I have talked about this in every language known to mankind.
You have.
It's because it's fun to hate the fat girl. Not only that,
clip it! Dorinda Medley, clip it right now! You losing Rarity had nothing to do with you being fat. You participating in an extramarital affair with a woman has nothing to do with you being fat. Do you want me to continue to list the things? And that was just what happened in this past, 6 months, Diva. Do you want me to continue to address the things that you've done on the internet that have absolutely nothing to do with you being fat? I'm so tired of this narrative. Yes, being fat is a part of who you are. It certainly shapes your experiences. It shapes how people on the internet view you. There are absolutely people who hate you because you're fat. Absolutely, 100% don't deny that. But there are so many things that you have done that unequivocally do not have anything. I don't think unequivocally was the word I was looking for there. It was just the word that came out. There are so many things that definitively have nothing to do with you being fat that people are upset with you about. Okay, Diva? So many things. So many things. So, this is what's so frustrating is that you're perpetuating this idea that the only reason that people could dislike you is because you're fat. And it always takes me back to when that Belgian YouTuber made the whole documentary about Amberlynn and made this documentary where, she came out as this, Amberlynn is such a victim because people just don't like her because she's fat. And all of these people were in my comments on videos that I didn't even talk about her weight, saying how dare you talk about her because she's fat? How dare you do this? How dare you do that? And I was like, listen, you know what is actually more harmful? Well, I don't know, maybe I can't say more harmful, but a thing that is harmful is sitting here and saying that Amberlynn Reid as a person, there's nothing more to her, there's no other substance to her except that she's a fat woman on the internet. And that is just so basic, right? It whittles her down to just being a fat woman. It says that there's nothing else about her that we could possibly talk about. And in general, that if a person is fat, the only thing we could possibly talk about is that she's fat. No, we can talk about her being fat, and we can have some honest conversations about fat phobia that she faces on the internet, because there are certainly people in her comments, I've honestly seen them in my comments, that just say horrific shit about her just because she's fat. But when it comes down to it, if we even just look at one of her most recent scandals, where she made the mistake of a lifetime in leaving a door open and her cat escaped. Now, what the fuck does that have to do with her being fat? It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. It does not. It has nothing to do with that. Her having an affair with Erica has nothing to do with her being fat. Listen, this isn't even well, I guess that does. That could be related to her weight. But, it's just there are so many examples. And yes, there are some things that are related to her weight that I think people take issue with. The one that I was gonna say, and then I was like, oh, that has something to do with her weight, was Cakegate, where people sent her a cake and she threw it away, right? So there are some things that have to do with that. Arguably, Crumble Cookie Gate has to do with her weight and related to food and feederism and things like that. So yes, there are some things, but for Amberlynn to come onto Al Gore's internet, onto Blue Ivy's internet, and sit here and act like every single thing that people have wrong with her is related to her being a fat woman on the internet is goofy. It's silly. Baloney. Bananas. It's just goofy. I gotta keep going because I just looked at the time. It's almost 1 p.m. and I have to be out the door in 30 minutes. But damn. It just really grinds my gears. It really does. It really, truly, absolutely grinds my gears. For real, for real. I'm so tired of having this conversation with her.
It's fun to hate Amberlynn. It's fun to call her a liar. It's fun to create rumors around her. It's fun to nitpick. There has been a whole community of people that have created this safe environment for them. Safe for them, not for me. But there's a whole community that feels safe for them because they're leaving their own worlds where they're stressed out or they're depressed or they're going through this or that, and they're attacking the fat chick. Everyone else in the world can be normal humans and make all the mistakes.
Skinny people can get by with anything. Skinny people are allowed to do whatever. Skinny people this, skinny people that. Everybody just likes to be mean to me because I'm the fat chick. Like, no, that is not what's happening here. Amberlynn. It's happening in some aspects of it. Some of your controversy does surround your weight, but it's not strictly just because of that.
Okay. Yes, there will be judgment. But like me, I will make the same mistakes and people will attack me for a decade about something I did a decade ago. It's never going to change.
Move on.
I have to literally embrace it and accept it. What is something that you think isn't fair that the haters or reaction channels have done?
This is the same fucking question, just worded differently.
Kind of like what I was talking about just now. They've created a whole community that thrives on talking badly about me. It's simply more than the typical like, oh, every YouTuber gets hate. It's way more than that. Have you had any BPD episodes in your current relationship with Tommy? I have. Yes.
Did you go to therapy? No.
Sexually? I don't. I think one time, like in a past relationship, I might have like licked whipped cream off of somebody. Are you having any?
Wait. Okay. First of all, take issue with that because we know the crumble cookie video exists. And you sat there and talked about the ways that you had sex with Erica was via videos, via texting, via whatever. So how are you going to say that you only did it one time, Diva? If you want us to sit here and, like, lean into you talking about having sex with Erica via things like that, which I can get behind, how are we going to act like the crumble cookie video wasn't part of that? Please be serious.
Negative thoughts towards starting semaglutide again? I am, because I don't like medicine. You guys know that. Like, I'm scared to take a simple ibuprofen sometimes. Like, my negative thoughts are very, what if something bad happens to my pancreas? Or what if I do get thyroid cancer? Or
maybe you should talk to a doctor.
Really bad side effects. What if it kills me? Like, I literally think the worst. I really do think that semaglutide is a great tool for me. So I shoved down those negative thoughts, and that's the very reason why that this
talk to a doctor, talk to a therapist. Lots of things to consider here.
The third time I've done it, and it's like each time makes sense of why I stopped it. I never stopped it because I didn't enjoy it. Like, I genuinely loved being on semaglutide where it's like the food noise was gone. I didn't really feel that hungry. Like, that feeling is so nice. Like, I genuinely love it. I'm not gonna lie. And it's because, like, every day of my life, since I was just a little girl, I've always turned to food. Like, that's just what I did. I always think about it, whether it's because I'm happy, so let's celebrate and eat, or I'm depressed, so let's eat because I'm sad. Like, just, it's annoying. So it's nice not to feel that way because it's like, it's a new feeling. What was your first kiss like with Tommy, and who kissed who first?
I don't. Do I want to know? I mean, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen. At least it's not her answering the same fucking question 3 more times.
So the first time I ever met Tommy in person, she rented a Jeep, which is my favorite car. So she surprised me, and I was waiting outside of my apartment for her. She rolled up in the Jeep. She got out of the Jeep, and there's tons of cars and people. Like, I live in a very populated place. So I was expecting, for us to just hug, but oh boy, did I want to kiss. But I am that girly pop. I don't really make the first move. I'm kind of like a shy little thing.
I'm a shy little thing with a dainty little bush. I don't make the first move. I'm so demure.
And I really want my partner to make the first move. So I was not expecting it. She hugged me and then just like instantly kissed me. And it was like fireworks.
Wow.
It was magic. It was fire and hot and like, I loved it. It was perfect. Did you have sex with Tommy the first day that you met her in person? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Do you want to marry Tommy? Oh, I'm marrying Tommy. Do you truly believe Zachary Michael needs you to maintain...
Diva, I was not ready for my name to be brought up. Why are we doing this today? Why are we doing this today? Why are we doing this today? Why are we doing this? Let's go back to talk about Jordy. How about we talk more about Karina? You want to say something about Mr. Snowflake today? She's gonna say something sassy to me like, Zach, you're looking so pale. You're looking unkept. Your hair looks like shit. Go outside. Take a shower. She's gonna say something hypocritical like that, telling me to do something she probably needs to do. I can't do this. Let me get the full question. Oh my god. I literally... I did not want to be the reaction channel today. Okay, well, here, let me prepare myself.
Do you truly believe Zachary Michael needs you to maintain the amount of money he currently is making on YouTube? I love the way that this question is worded.
Love.
I don't think Zach needs me in the sense of like to keep his YouTube channel or to keep some views afloat. Nothing like that. Like, he doesn't need me in that sense. Like, he could post anything and get some views. I do stand by that. But with the amount of money that he is currently making, he needs me. He needs my videos, yes.
Miss Ma'am, do you even know what my bank account looks like? do you know anything about my YouTube income, AdSense, etc.? The thing that Amberlynn doesn't understand is that, well, I will say, like, it's I would not lie about, like, Amberlynn videos are my most successful. I've never tried to act like that's not the case. I've never tried to pretend that, like, I haven't greatly benefited from making commentary about Amberlynn Reid. Like, we'll never pretend, have always been very upfront about that. And also, yes, Amberlynn videos are far more successful on my channel than literally anything else I would ever cover. The other stuff does well, and I still make money from it. Also, no shade to any of those videos of mine, but like, it is true. With that being said, maybe something that is different between me and Amberlynn is that, like, I have been taking time to make sure that I have other sources of revenue and income. So, like, not nearly as big, but also very successful as my Twitch channel and my Twitch re-upload channel. I will occasionally talk about Amberlynn, like, in the pre-show, like, before I film reactions and stuff on Twitch. But, like, none of my reactions on my re-upload channel are about Amberlynn. And all of those videos get about half the views that, like, her struggling vlogs are getting her on her channel, okay? So, and we're building that. That channel has only existed for, like, a year or two, maybe, at this point. And my Twitch channel a bit longer than that. So, like, we're working on it. Success on YouTube does not happen overnight. Would love for you all to come join me over there. It is just a silly good time. But on top of that, I do other things. Like, I have retirement plans set up. I have other investments set up. I own property, things like that. Like, I have taken time to make sure that if Amberlynn stops existing on YouTube or, like, YouTube just stops existing in general, that I'm not out of luck. I'm not going to be hard on my feet or anything like that. That's not even a saying. And in fact, also, just in case anybody's wondering, a couple months ago, I actually interviewed for a regular full-time job again, and ultimately just ended up turning it down because it wasn't right for me at this time. But the other thing I take a lot of solace in is that I would 100% like be able to go back to working a normal job if I needed to or wanted to. All that being said, I guess she isn't entirely wrong. like certainly some of my other videos would not make the same as my Amberlynn videos. But what is the point of this question? Is it to make me feel bad about money that I've made on the internet? Money that she's also made on the internet? Money that lots of people have made on the internet? Well then, fuck me. Fuck me for, like, coming and earning a wage. I have always been somebody, because of my own financial related trauma, who has tried to be smart with my money and be wise with it. And I certainly don't think it's a bad thing that I make money on the internet doing YouTube. I very rarely ever ask my supporters to spend money on me. There are ways that people can spend money on me if they want, but I like that for the most part. If you enjoy my content, you get to watch it for free. And if you want to, support me financially outside of that, you're more than welcome to do that. I feel like I work really hard for this. I feel like I've really hustled. So if the point is to make me feel bad about making money from Amberlynn Reid content, which I have also always given her credit for, then I guess point made. Point made.
Without a doubt, 100%. I do believe that. Like, it's just a really weird coincidence to me that, like, when I take weeks off, and I've done it a few times recently, let's hope that doesn't happen anytime soon, but it's just really weird to me that when I take weeks off, all of a sudden, Zachary Michael is going through mental health problems, and he can't post. And
first of all, you dumb ass fucking bitch. I have been so fucking nice to you about your mental health problems. I'm sorry. This is where I have been so kind to you. And while you were taking time off for your mental health during the time you were in Wisconsin, I was very fucking supportive of you. I have been going through a breakup. That's not just a coincidence. It is a thing that I've been going through. I have been nothing but kind to your motherfucking ass about your mental health, and you can shut the fuck up about that. Honestly, truly. I have been nothing but kind to you when it comes to your mental health because I understand what it fucking feels like. And you know what? You really want to talk about all of that? I was still streaming consistently on Twitch, even when your ass wasn't posting. And during that time, I also, more than I have in the past month when you have been posting every day, posted about Chantal, posted about the 1,000 Pound Sisters. I did vlogs while I was traveling in New York City. I did some math after I got done filming this video, and I wanted to look at the period of time where she was sad, miserable, and lonely with her emotional support feeder in Wisconsin, okay? And I also wanted to look at the time that I've been experiencing my breakup, processing it. I started going through stuff with the breakup on August 26th, okay? That was before I ever said anything about it publicly, but it was certainly when it started for me. And I looked at all of the videos on both of my channels and her channel from that period of time all the way until November, because in December she was very consistent. She did complete Vlogmas. She was posting regularly. But I would say all the way up through November, her posting was really inconsistent, and she blamed a lot of it on her mental health, which is fine. I said over and over again that that is more than okay. People need to take breaks, and certainly I had taken breaks during the past few months because I didn't feel up to posting one day because of my mental health, this, that, the other. So here are some numbers for Miss Amberlynn Reed. On my second channel, between August 26th and the very end of November, where I post my re-uploads from Twitch, I had a total of 32 videos posted. On my main channel, where I do often talk about Amberlynn, I had 44 videos posted. Combined, that is 76 videos posted during that span of time. You want to know how many videos Amberlynn posted during that time? 22. She posted 22 videos during that frame of time. And not that this is about comparing anything, but she wants to sit over here and say that I can't make content because of my mental health conveniently while she's not posting content. Well, just look at my main channel, Amberlynn Reed. How did I post 44 videos, twice the amount of videos that you posted during that month, if you weren't posting anything for me to react to? The fact is that I did still post, whether you posted or not, so shut the fuck up. And guess what? All of my bills were fucking paid. I still have a roof over my head. And you want to come for me for my mental health? You want to say that I just conveniently, coincidentally had mental health issues? Yeah, I did. I ended a relationship that was 7 years in the making. I didn't just pack up and move on to the next bitch after I got done with my relationship of 7 years. It's been emotionally fucking taxing. I've been exhausted. And you know what else I've done? I've gone to fucking therapy, which can't be said for your ass. I honestly have never been more fucking annoyed with you than I have in this moment. I would think as my #1 fucking fan, Amberlynn, you could sit there and watch my videos where I constantly was saying, I wish we had some content from Amberlynn, but we don't, and I respect that she's taking time for her mental health. But now you want to act like I'm playing some game where I'm using my mental health as a reason to not come on just because you're not posting shit? Please be fucking serious. Please go check the Twitch channel where I went live still almost every day. I think I took like maybe a week break here and there. or maybe not even a full week break. I think like a lot of those times it was just like I don't feel like coming on and doing my Twitch stream today. Please be so fucking serious before you come for me and my mental health. I'm willing to be so kind and so nice to you frequently when a lot of people don't feel like you deserve it. And I don't know, you just really... You really fucking hit a nerve today, ma'am. Like, I'm really fucking over it.
He doesn't know what to post, and he doesn't feel motivated. Oh, but the minute Amberlynn Reed posts, there's his reaction.
Shut the fuck up.
It doesn't make sense. Actually, yes, it does. He needs me. Do you strike reaction channels?
I ain't never said I didn't need you, that I didn't rely on you to make content. I obviously fucking do. I have never yelled at a girl like this in my life before. Okay, calm down, Tyra Banks.
I striked a couple reaction channels years ago. And I'm telling you,
years ago?
Do not let any reaction
two.
channel lie to you, because I stopped watching a certain reaction channel. I'm not even going to say their name because they don't even deserve for me to say it. But there's a certain reaction channel out there that is making their audience believe that I am striking their channel. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to give you a little tea. When your channel is
so
striked,
annoying.
You know exactly who did it, because it tells you who did it. So I think people need to start looking around a little bit and stop calling Amberlynn Reed the liar and look at their favorite reaction channels. They will do anything to make you dislike me because it validates their content and it keeps you coming back. Wow, you guys, I don't know how I did it, but I answered 100 questions. I hope that you guys enjoyed.
She's so fucking annoying.
I personally am exhausted. Now I have so much to edit, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. I don't mind editing. Anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye. Her
sitting here acting like, you know what? I said all that I can say that needs to be said. This fucking bitch. Listen, I try usually not to use that language towards women, so my apologies. The audacity. The fucking audacity. The fucking audacity. Amberlynn wishes she could keep up with content like I did. Like... The ways that I push forward because I have to, because I do take this seriously as my job, because I do care about the community and the audience that I've built, and I know and I'm so grateful for all of the people who, like, on a regular basis come to my channel and say, like, Zach, thanks for sharing about your mental health. Zach, thanks for encouraging me to go to therapy. Zach, thanks for just uploading, because I look forward to your uploads every day, and I need them as a part of my routine, as a part of my time to wind down. You're my comfort channel. Like, I show up because I have to pay bills, something that I guess you're fine with. You got handled and covered, but also because, like, I've built this. I don't want this to go away. I care about the community that I have, the channel that I've made, that I've worked really hard for. So fuck you. Fuck you. And don't ever fucking come for my mental health again. When you fucking scheduled an appointment with a therapist in Wisconsin, even though you never were gonna live there, allegedly. Like, take care of your own mental health before you want to come over here and tell me what I am or am not doing to take care of my mental health. Yeah, I have supported you in taking time away from your channel if it meant better things for your mental health, because I do the same thing for myself. I feel like I am gonna regret all of this. She really got something in me today. She really caught me on the right day. I have to actually go. It's 1:15 now, and I do have somewhere to be, or I have to leave in like 15 minutes, and I also need to take Poe out. So let me breathe. Let me calm down. But fuck you, Amberlynn. Like, fuck you. Go and fuck yourself. Like, and not in a good way. Not at all. Fuck you. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below and hit the bell button and leave me a comment, hit like, click share. Follow me on all your social media, on all of my social media, and have a good day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.